Hello, I'm Lara Just. Today I want to talk about the outside and why it's important for us to get outside. Now I'm sitting here on a roof terrace in central London and it's still a bit chilly. However, it just, despite my coat and despite my scarf, it's really nice to be sitting and catching some sun. Now that the days are becoming longer and it's quite warm during the lunch break, but maybe getting colder now in the afternoon and early evening, it still is very important for us to try and get out and not be too much indoors, which most of us might be used to doing. There's various research out there that suggests that if we get moving and get out there into the sun, it can also affect our mood and our emotions. So one thing is, perhaps you might have noticed when you did go for a nice walk in the park, or maybe some of you have a dog and walk the dog, or being with a neighbor or with your partner, you might feel different afterwards, somehow uplifted or somehow relieved. Perhaps you might even try a run or a jog. However, often the trouble is that we don't go out there because there's so many things to do and that keep us from just considering, why should I go out now? I don't want to go out by myself. And perhaps you live in London and you might not like it there so much. Maybe it's a bit too far to get to the next park, but just try this experiment. If you're feeling a bit low or feeling a little bit under the weather or kind of low mood and lack of motivation, just try and give yourself a little push. Try and just go out for half an hour or 35 minutes and then come back. Try and take the surroundings with your senses into you. Really notice perhaps some of the trees or some of the birds that you can hear, and notice your breathing when you're walking. So it's kind of a mindful walking. You might choose to go with a friend and then choose to talk with them and share things, and that might be a very different experience, but just try and give yourself a little push to get out there. And when you come back, perhaps you can write down how you feel or how that was different from before. And really the idea is to get moving more. It helps to move our bones and our joints and raise some good feeling hormones. So hopefully, now that the weather is getting a bit better and the sun is coming up more, I hope you feel excited to try and go out more.